Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here at the doctor's office waiting for my first prenatal appointment. I'm already sitting half naked here. That's what they told me to do. I'll share later what exactly have been going on, which procedures have been done, which questions she asked me, which questions I asked her, my doctor. It's actually a new doctor, a different doctor, but it's the same company, the same medical center. So I'm definitely not allowed to film here. So when I get out of here, get in the car, I'm going to share with you what has been happening in my first prenatal appointment. By the way, I'm 7 weeks now, so I'm not allowed to or don't have to have an ultrasound just yet. Although my first pregnancy, they did do an ultrasound before I was 8 weeks, which I don't know if it's good or bad, but that's what's going on now. So I'll share what was happening in this first prenatal appointment for my second pregnancy in a minute. Okay guys, I'm in my car. That was a very quick appointment. I obviously waited longer than the appointment took, as always, but this time around, this pregnancy, although it's a first appointment, I'm not waiting as long as I used to wait with Michaela. I used to wait like 1.5 hours or so. That was like insane. Today I maybe waited like 40 minutes or so. So actually she didn't ask me many questions. She did a pelvic exam, which is she just, you know, like touch your belly and put her hand in there and checked your cervix, but she did not do any pap smears or any other procedures because I'm personally not due for them. My first pregnancy, I think they did pap smear because I was due for one. So that can happen to you as well. Of course, before that, nurse took my blood pressure and asked for my height and checked my weight and what else? The doctor asked me if I take prenatal vitamins, which I do. We talked about breastfeeding. She is a very breastfeeding friendly doctor. She is breastfeeding her third child currently still, and her third child is even older than Michaela is. So we're kind of like on the same page with that. And I asked her if that's okay to completely wean Michaela in my first trimester, which I don't know, by the time you see that, you probably know, and by the time you see that, I probably weaned her completely. But as of now, in the beginning of November, we only have one feeding left. I'm so proud about it. And now that I'm pregnant, I'm not as, how do you say that, sentimental. I'm not so emotional about finishing our breastfeeding journey, because honestly, because my breast is tender or because of hormones, I'm not sure, I just don't enjoy it as much, to be honest. And even that one feeding in the early mornings that we have left is not very pleasant. So I'm pretty much ready to drop at any time. The only thing is my breast that has to accommodate to it, and I will have to probably pump just a tiny bit to relieve that pressure and don't have any mastitis develop or anything like that. I definitely don't need that now. So she said it's okay to do it in the first trimester, because I was reading that second trimester is better for completing your breastfeeding journey, but she said that's totally fine. There is nothing going on with hormones or nothing like that, so that's great. And then I had an issue or a question about who am I gonna be seeing, because the girl in the front told me that I will have to see all the doctors in the practice, which I don't really want to, because I specifically like this doctor and I want to be seen by her. I'm sorry, the spam call interrupted us. So yes, I want to be seen exactly by this doctor. I feel that good vibe from her, and I'm sure that it wouldn't be a bad thing to at least meet other doctors, because there is a big possibility, as I've learned, that my doctor might not be on my birth, because that's just how they do. They rotate every day who's on call, because she has little kids, other people have other things. But she said we'll discuss that a little later, closer to my birth. But as you know, if everything okay, I hope for natural birth, and it's a spontaneous labor, and I can go into that labor anytime, and I can be very much dilated. That's what happened last time in this parking lot. We came when I was already 7 centimeters. If you want, you can rewatch my birth story with Michaela. That was crazy. So I don't know how it's gonna be this time around. It might be very fast and she might not be there, so it might be a good thing to know all the other doctors, but we'll see what's gonna happen. You never know, especially because yeah, I want to go in spontaneous labor as always. I think that's the best thing. By the way, if you can tell, my face got even more pimples than usual, so I don't know what does it mean. Am I having a girl? Because they say you get more pimples if you have a girl because of the estrogen, but I'm also eating a little more sweets than usual, so that might be because of that. And also I cannot use any strong ingredients on my face, anything at all pretty much, especially now. I was pregnant and breastfeeding. I'm still breastfeeding and now I'm pregnant, and all I use is pretty much cleanser and moisturizer. So waiting to treat my face whenever I'm done, I guess, breastfeeding. But of course I need to eat less sugar. Yeah. So I'm having my ultrasound at 10 weeks and 4 days or so. That's insane, because my first ultrasound was at 7 weeks. It was my first pregnancy. It was 7 weeks and 5 days or so. And now they're gonna check first time only at 10 something weeks, which I heard that it's better to do the first ultrasound a little later, because there is no clear evidence how it influences the baby. But that's when I'm gonna get the first ultrasound. I'm gonna see the doctor right after. That's gonna be right before Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna be due for that blood test when we will be able to find out the gender as well. So that might take a little longer now, because I have some problems with technicians, ultrasound techs. So they only have one, and there is also a thing that my doctor is in this office only on Wednesdays, and I live 5 minutes away from here, and the other office is 25 minutes away. They also told me that the test they're doing right now, that genetic test, is a different company, different test, and last time they gave us a very good discount if we did a few steps. We did some surveys or something like that, and it was significantly less. The cost was significantly less. I'm gonna be googling about this test now, because I mean, if it's $800 like it was last time full price, I don't know if we're gonna do it. Maybe we'll just wait until the anatomy scan to see the gender. I'm not sure. I'm gonna put my insurance into that website and they will estimate the cost, and I'll update you on that definitely. So I guess that's all about my first oh no, wait, so yeah, I told her that she should be ready, that I'm a little different patient. I do question everything, because I know that my pregnancy, my health, my baby is only my responsibility. Yes, the doctor does have some responsibility, but I'm a mature person and I understand that everything is my responsibility. So I do question everything, I do check everything. So I told her that I do not want to get induced unless absolutely necessary. My other doctor was pushing to induce me because I was a first-time mom and blah blah blah. So that was a lot of pressure from her. I told her that sometimes I don't take antibiotics if I decide that it's not necessary. I told her that I don't like to check myself, like, you know, they check you for dilation after like 36 weeks or so, like every week. I told her that unless it's absolutely necessary, unless there is an issue, I do not want to get checked, because I don't want to know how many centimeters I am, so that I don't get excited, because it doesn't matter. You can be 4 centimeters and go into labor in 2 weeks, and I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm going into labor tonight, and then, you know, or like you're 40 weeks and you're only 1 centimeter dilated and you're like upset, but you can be 8 centimeters in 2 hours after that. Like, anything can happen. So another thing, like, I don't want anybody to mess with anything in there, because you know how they strip your membranes and stuff like that. Like, when they check you, they touch your cervix, and if the baby is not ready to come out, touching the cervix and doing something in there, or just one wrong move can start the labor, but the baby is not ready, and then we, knock on the wood, might have some kind of another NICU story. So many things go into it, why I don't check myself until I'm actually in the labor. And if you want to know more about that, I can make a whole another video about it. Leave me a comment down below. And yeah, I guess I'll update you again in one of my next pregnancy updates on how everything is going with my appointments and with my pregnancy. And all we hope for is for a healthy baby. And thank you for watching. Thank you for following along. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video if you liked it. And I want to wish you to have a great pregnancy if you're pregnant, happy motherhood if you have kids, and just happy life and luck if you don't have kids and you are not pregnant. And thank you so much for following me in my journey in this case, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.